My name is Jeremy Gilley. I'm the founder of Peace One Day. And as I listen to this incredible story and have the privilege of knowing this unbelievable woman who's just a complete inspiration to so many, who's just amazing, So listen, my 20 years is just being on the road. The reason why this makes so much sense to me is a long time ago I was ever so frightened and confused, and I went on a journey with my film camera to see if I could manifest a day of peace, a day of ceasefire and non-violence, and see if I could get that day voted by every government of the world. And after travelling the world and being with the Dalai Lama and Kofi Annan and Mary Robinson and Nelson Mandela and Shimon Peres and Amro Musa and many, many others, that day was created, and the 21st of September is the World's Day of Peace, and a lot of people now are gathering in the name of peace on that day. And what's interesting about this is that when we created the day, I could hear the cynics saying, it's just a day, it's symbolism, it's not going to make any difference, it's just a day. And they really worried me, because the people who really knew about conflict were saying a day like this can relieve humanitarian activity, it can unite families and children and workplaces and all sorts of things, and that's beneficial. So we tried to prove that in Afghanistan. So after 2.5 years of work, we went to Afghanistan, and with lots of support, we managed to get the Taliban and NATO and ISAF and UNAMA and all the agencies to say, okay, we will agree to a ceasefire on the 21st of September in Afghanistan, and the Taliban agreed to that. And because the Taliban agreed to not killing or kidnapping anybody on that day, it meant that UNICEF and WHO could mobilize 10,000 vaccinators, go into areas that you couldn't normally go, and they vaccinated 1.4 million children against polio on that day. So we had proved that it worked, but what then leads to me understanding this is that the United Nations Department for Security and Safety put out a press statement saying that there was a 70% reduction of violent incidences on the day. A 70% reduction as a consequence of everyone coming together. And that then led me to really understanding, well, where is the fact that you can measure violence was really interesting. And the more I looked into it, I realised that 95% of the violence that's going to happen today is going to happen in the home, the community, school, and place of work. 95% of the violence, the front line, is in the home, the community, the school, and place of work. So when I listen to Scilla and the incredible work that she's doing, what really is going to shift the level of consciousness around the fundamental issues that humanity faces is the mighty heart. Thank you for asking me to say a few words. This is incredible, and you're amazing. Thank you.